The Boolean tools, such as union, subtract, and intersect, are very useful in helping to create some more complex designs or shapes, especially when working with multi-body design. So for example, here we have a fairly complex shape, as we can see, which is maybe something like a meshing or net enclosure of some kind. And we can see that just by using our standard techniques, this might be a fairly complicated shape to design. However, by taking a look at some of our Boolean tools, we can really see that that complex shape was actually just created by the intersection of two fairly simple shapes. So we have this simple white shape that would really just be a extrusion, and then this simple red shape, which is then kind of a revolve. And those together created that much more complex shape by making use of an intersect tool. So to use the intersect tool, very nice and easy. First, I can just double tap to select one of the bodies I'd like to intersect. Navigate to More, and there I can find my union, subtract, and intersect tools. In this case, I'm looking to intersect. And then select any additional bodies or folders that I'd like to intersect with the first set of bodies. So in this case, it would be my red body here, and tap the Done check. And as simple as that, we can now see we've created this fairly complex shape by simply intersecting two more simple shapes. Now let's just take a look at another simple example here. We have a bracket, but let's say most likely we wanted these two bodies to be removed from my main bracket body here, to create, say, a keyway cutout and a circular cutout on this cylindrical face, for example. Same exact idea. So first I can just double tap to select the body I'd like to subtract from. Now I'll navigate over to my subtract tool. And now I want to select any bodies or folders to remove. And we're going to learn more about folders later on. But in this case, I want to select these two bodies here. And once I'm happy with those selections, that's what's going to be subtracted from my original body. Tap the Done check to finish it off. And now we can see we've just removed those two bodies from my original bracket body I selected by making use of the subtract tool. Finally, let's take a look at an example where union might be a useful tool for us. We're going back to the original bracket we designed earlier, and if you remember, how we created this bracket was first extruding these three bodies slightly higher than this original body. So in fact what we have is four unique bodies, when in fact it might make more sense to have this all as a single body. So for example, if I wanted to add a fillet to this edge here, if I did this currently, we might see that this is not exactly doing what I might want it to in this particular case. And that's because I'm trying to fillet a internal edge between these two bodies, but since it's not the same body, it's not filleting exactly the way I may want. So what I would want to do, I'll just undo that, is combine or union all of these bodies into a single object. And this, again, works very similar way. I can just double tap to select whichever bodies I'd like to union or combine, all four in this case. See my union command over there, tap union. And now it may look like nothing has happened, but now if I were to double tap on any part of this design, notice it's selecting the entire body. So now instead of having four unique bodies, it's all been combined or unioned into a single body. And now this internal edge is actually an internal edge. So if I were to try and add a fillet there, I can see that now this is more like what I might have been hoping for. So this is just one simple example of where the union tool might be useful, but essentially anytime we need to combine or union multiple bodies, of course the union tool is going to be very, very useful for us.